Okay, Lars, we're gonna make an espresso. We're gonna make a latte. To make a latte, you need espresso. So the machine is turned on and it's warmed up, and the little light's gonna blink until it's warm. We're gonna grind the coffee. We're gonna make the espresso. We're gonna steam the milk. You got a tamper. Yours is like right here on the machine, and you pull it out. Ours is resting in the thing. You have one of these. I noticed that's a good measure, or a vessel to drink just straight espresso from, or one of those little macchiato things I made. We have a funnel. This thing is the portafilter. Yes, it has duct tape. Goes back in there. You're going to need a paper towel. You're going to need milk. You're going to need your milk frothing vessel. So we're going to use these beans that I got over the weekend from Eola Coffee. We're going to put almost full. What we're going for is 17 grams of coffee, of beans. This is going to work for you. This is how I had it at your place. So we're putting it in there, and we want to grind this really fine. So it's going to be loud and it's going to take some time. 5-second runs so that it doesn't get too hot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't want to let it just agitate itself. You want to shake it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to do this about 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so now your grinder, you can just use the cup of the grinder to get about that fineness. And then what I like to do is turn the machine on. I think your switch is like opposite of mine. Like left is coffee, right is steam. Couple seconds. If it's clean hot water, that warms your cup. And then use your paper towel or a rag to get this nice and dry. Now I'm going to put my funnel. We're going to use about 3 heaping tablespoons. Again, normally this would be like 17 grams, between 15 and 20 grams of coffee. But we're just guessing. I'll bring a scale to your house next time, hopefully next month. And then I'm going to kind of tamp that down while the funnel's on there and get it all below the edge of the portafilter. Now what Reagan just showed me was you can kind of tap like this. That little void, I'm going to keep the edges clean, that little void is gone. So now we take our tamper, again yours is right there, and then we're going to go straight, flat, down with good pressure, and then don't spin it wildly, but just rotate a little bit. Try to get it as smooth as possible. Then we got to clean it up, and you don't want to tap it with the portafilter like some do. It'll crack the cake. You can just lightly tap out any grinds that are still there. Now we're gonna put the portafilter in the machine, dump the water, and we're gonna do 30 seconds. There's a little pre-infusion, and then I hit my 30 seconds. Now it's coming out beautifully. There's like caramel color. And while that's happening, we're going to fill our mug up to about halfway right where the spout ends. So you can go, depending on how much you want to make, you can go a little more, a little less. There's my timer. That's off. And there's the coffee. It's looking great. We can dump that and leave it. You want to pull the wand all the way out, and you want to run the wand right up the spout, about as deep as it can go until you get to the notch here. And then you're going to tilt the mug down, and then you're going to tilt it to the right or to the left to where the tip is just barely in the milk. You're going to turn it on, and as soon as you turn it on, bring your hand down here to control it. And this is the tricky part, to demonstrate at least. Okay, here we're stretching the milk, and you want to lower the pitcher so that the wand lets just the slightest amount of air in there. You want as small a bubbles as possible, and you want a counterclockwise rotation, circular rotation of the milk. And you got your hand on the pitcher to feel the temperature. When the temperature is about body temperature, when you can't feel the cold anymore, you're going to plunge the steam wand right down into the pitcher as far as it'll go. You just want to keep incorporating a little bit of air. You hear that? Now we plunge it down and we just mix it up good. So you still want that circulation, but you just want to incorporate all that air that you got that was kind of sitting on top all throughout the body of the milk. Now you're going to hold it until it gets too hot to have your hand on there. And when it does, you can go a little bit farther than that to where you can just barely touch it. And you'll see what happens here. When that gets too hot to hold, and then you want to get it to where it's so hot you can barely touch it for a second. Let that settle down, and then set that aside while you clean the wand. You just need a little water on that paper towel and get all that milk off of there. Purge it one more time. You do not want old milk the next time you go to use it. So that's the consistency. It's really nice. And then we're going to pour it. We're going to start high and fast. Then we're going to come down. Something like that. It's not perfect, but that is a tasty latte. I forgot to mention, if you want to put sugar in it, maybe do that into the espresso before you pour the milk. That's it. Bob's your uncle. Let's taste it. Not bad.